Hi, welcome to Susie Unshaped Day 8 of the 31-day challenge, living from our heart in a 3D world. So I'll just let you know that I am doing this with you at the same time. So I am only figuring out exactly what we're doing on each day as I'm figuring out what I'm feeling. And I feel like after last week, so we've done 7 days, and I really think the first 7 days was wrapping our heads around everywhere we're being told we're something and pulling it back into the truth of who we know that we are. So recap, if you haven't seen anything, everyone else will be sick of me banging on about this, but number one, if you exist, you are divine source intelligence, you are divine source energy. It's just a fact, because that is what every single thing is created from. And you exist because you're here watching or talking to me right now. So there we go. That is a fact. And we know that divine source intelligence is just pure love. Like, there is no good and bad. There is no ego. That doesn't exist in universal energy. It's just energy. Like it's literally just energy, and the energy is made from pure love. So anything that tells us that we are not pure love is not the truth. And so those are the facts. So we have spent 7 days seeing where those underlying belief systems pop up, and this will be an ongoing process, like really seeing how they pop into your life. And what's actually interesting is we are actually projecting these things into our life so that we can see them for what they are and clear them. That's why they say you keep having the so-called lessons. They're not lessons. It's just you haven't cleared the underlying belief system yet. So you will keep projecting it into your life until you're like, we've got the eyes now. Now we know. Now we know if we can see it through the lens of universal source energy, divine creation, divine intelligence. Now we can see it with those eyes. We can say, thank you for coming up, but now I know that you're not the truth. We're pulling it all out of our subconscious filing system. Anything that is telling us that we are not pure love it's not here to stay anymore. So the faster that we see these things now, the faster we're going to transmute all those projections that are coming into our world. Because we don't need, once you see the truth through it, you won't project it anymore because you already know it. So you remember it. So that was the first 7 days, wrapping our heads around that and getting through just the process of clearing those things out. And so yesterday, I remember I was, at the end, I said, we're going to create something and I didn't even know why I said it at the time, but go and create something. I created a fun version of an Australian meat pie that the kids love at home, but I made it from scratch. And so that, I know that's a weird creation, but it brought me joy. And I love like thinking of things and then making them come to happen. And like that for me brought me joy. So I think that's what we're doing now for the next 7 days, is actually, now we've cleared out those underlying belief systems and everything that's saying I'm not worthy, I'm not smart enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm just anything, I'm not enough. Well, now we get to, if we don't spend all that time obsessing over all of those underlying belief systems, then if we've cleared out the filing cabinet saying we're not enough, what have we got now? Now we have space. And what can we do with that space? And this is where it's going to get really fun. Because this is where you're going to create, but you're going to create for the joy and for the fun and for the just amazingness of it. And who knows, create doesn't have to necessarily mean I'm going to make some pottery. As I said, for me, cooking is actually a creation. Or I just recorded a really beautiful little meditation on the beach for you guys, which I'm going to add on to the end of this video. That is creation. Maybe adding some light music to that's creation. What brings you joy? Like when we've cleared out all that clutter of everything keeping us small and keeping us in the lie, now we have space. And some of you might be like, I have no idea what I even want to put in that space. Like if we have to remove all the labels and all the shoulds, like I don't know what to put in there. Like I don't even know what I like. And so just start with simple stuff. Start with simple, like I love music, put on some nice music. I love the sunshine. And that's what I did this morning. I actually took my tea from home and I went down to the beach and I sat there and I drank my tea. Now, it has taken me 3 months to do that. And I mean, it is literally 50 meters away, 100 meters away. And it has taken me 3 months to go and drink my morning tea down at the beach after I dropped the kids off, because of all the unaligned belief systems that were crowding my brain, saying, no, you've got to work hard. You've got to like figure this out. You've got to like get into the computer. You've got to work. And this morning, and I'm not sure if it's because we've done the 7 days and we've cleared that out, it was like, I am going to the beach to drink my tea. And it was delightful. And I felt so alive. And the waves were a bit rough and crashy. And I was just like, there's so much life in nature, the energy of it. Like you can feel it pulsating. If you slow down a little bit, you can see like little water dripping through the rocks. And there's a little like bird pops up out of the water. And it's just, nature is just living from this divine source energy. There's no ego. There's no, like the waves aren't feeling like they're not enough. The waves are just being the waves. And so that's what we need to now we have the space, is we need to be the waves, like doing stuff without the thinking of why we're doing it, from our heart, like be the butterfly, like just flying around, looking here and there. And like we have got to now rediscover who that is for us. So this is going to get fun. And I did the little meditation. I'm not sure how it will come up, but I wanted you to reconnect. Like when I'm envisaging my heart space, I see this like glowing lotus flower that opens up and can receive all the energy in, and everything's glowing. And then it can close back up again, but it's able to open up at any time to receive the information. It can receive through too, but I don't know. It's just the image I use. So that's what we're going to play with now, is actually dropping into our heart, centering ourselves and asking our hearts, what are we doing next? So I know I've had you have a play with this, but it might be even easier to get a yes, no answer. Do I want to have a cup of tea? Do I want a glass of water? Do I want a cup of tea? No. Do I want a glass of water? No. Do I want an orange juice? No. Do I want, like, do you know what I mean? Just play with it until you get a yes and then do that. Like it can be really fun because we've got this space now of we've removed all those things that we're not. And now we get to create and play. And this is the part where it's living from the heart. And yes, the 3D world comes up, like the 3D world, like you still have the responsibilities. You have to drop the kids to school. We have to get them breakfast, lunch, go to their basketball games. Like, but I love doing that. Like when you're not feeling so not enough, you can actually, as I said, just that 2% of preparation before, and treat it like an act of devotion to their hearts, your hearts. Like we get so caught up in the busy that we forget the magic. And so just take that split second before, like going back to remembering them maybe as a baby, and then just the joy that and immense love that you feel for them can maybe help that 43rd load of washing. I love you. You have a lot of socks. Sorry, still got the cough, but it is improving. I love you, but you have a lot of socks. I love you, but you leave a lot of water bottles around. But doing our daily chores, but from an act of devotion, of love, and put that music on. Do you know what I mean? Do whatever you need to do to get yourself in the heartfelt center. And sometimes if you don't feel like it, don't do it. Like it will eventually get done. Do you know what I mean? So if in that moment right now it feels like a real slog, do something different. Eventually you will feel like it. I don't know. It's just a thing I've been playing with. It's like if I kept tidying the house, every time it was a bit messy, that is all I would do would be tidy the house. So I just leave it. And then all of a sudden I'll be doing something else and I'll have to I'm getting something and then boom, there comes the inspiration. I go, and it takes 15 minutes. So that's the living from the heart in the 3D world. Don't keep flogging yourself because the house has to be tidy. Know that the house can be tidy in 15 minutes and then allow yourself the space to continue about from your heart, knowing that the house can be tidy in 15 minutes, but you don't need to be doing it every other 15 minutes because then that will be all your 15 minutes. They would add up. No, you can do it in 15 minutes. Get about doing what you want from the heart or what you're being instructed by your heart. Instructed, that seems very formal, but what you're being spoken to, like what you're being led to. And then eventually the house will get tidied. We just need to sometimes put it on the shelf. Put it on the shelf. That was actually, we may as well cover put it on the shelf. Put it on the shelf is probably a really good example of when you get throwing 3D stuff. That's very, that needs to be processed in the 3D. Number one, we're transmuting that it doesn't align with our value and we know we've projected it into our lives so that we can heal that unaligned value system. And then you don't want to get weighted down in on it because that's not going to help you clear and transmute it. So you can put that on the shelf. And putting it on the shelf means we're aware of it, but we're not going to give it all our energy right now. It's over there for later, a bit like tidying the house. Put it on the shelf. You know you can get to it later. You're not pretending it's not there. You know it's there, but it's just out of your periphery right now so that you can come back and stay and remain centered in your heart. So that is what we're going to do, well, for today. It's listening into our heart. Keep clearing out those old things. If they are something that does need 3D attention, we can see it for what it is. Know that is not who we are. Transmute that unaligned belief system. Replace it with the aligned belief system and our truth, which is we know we are divine source energy and we are pure love. So we refile that, which means we are worthy. I am because I am. You are because you are. I know that makes no sense right now. I sound like Yoda a little bit, but anyway, I lost my train of thought. We are going to, if they need, put them on the shelf. I'm going to attach this meditation for you. Hopefully it came out okay. I wanted to give you the rawness of the waves behind me. Hopefully you can hear them crashing. And just let's practice dropping into that heart center and learning to listen to it and what it is telling us, because it's way smarter than this, way smarter than this. This can only think in a 3D construct. Your heart has the intelligence of the entire universe. This is where we need to listen to. This keeps us safe. This knows things, knows all the things. Okay. I love you lots, and I'm going to attach the meditation. Love you. Bye. So this I'm just going to put onto the end of the video because I want you to feel this, just the power of the ocean. So I know this video is not very good, but I hope you can hear the waves, and I just want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. And let it all out. Deep breath in, deep down into your belly, and let it all out. One more time. Deep breath into your belly, and let it all out. Now I want you to imagine that you can feel the sunlight warm on the back of your head, on the side of your face. Its warmth warms up your back. And I want you to imagine that you are connected to those sun rays. Your energy is reaching up and joining them like a handshake. And you are bonded, and the energy runs all the way up into the sun, and the sun's energy runs all the way down into you. Just breathe that golden sunlight energy into your body and let it swirl around, feeling warm and peaceful. Now I want you to feel the cold grains of sand under your feet. Wiggle your toes in the cold, coarse grains of sand. And now imagine the energy from your feet going down through the sand, down deep through the sand, deep through the ocean floor, down all the way into the core of Mother Gaia. And just feel that energy wrap around the core of Mother Gaia, and feel how solid and grounding it feels. Now I want you to just take a few breaths here, feeling connected to the light and grounded to the earth. Now I want you to imagine that you have a glowing lotus flower where your heart space is. Might seem small at first, but it is glowing an ethereal white light. And as its glow gets stronger, the lotus flower opens. And as the lotus flower opens, you can feel the energy being received by the core heart of your heart-opening lotus flower. And this energy is connected to all of universal energy. Allow yourself to feel this energy coming into your open heart lotus flower. Feels warm and supportive, like pure love. This is your universal heart energy that is connected to all of divine source intelligence. This knows the knowledge of the entire universe. You have it all within you right now. Feel that connection to universal source intelligence in your lotus flower heart space. It is always there. Now we will seal our lotus heart space, knowing that the connection is still as strong as ever, and that we can call upon it at any moment for universal guidance by divine intelligence. Sit here just in your knowing of who you are, which is divine source creation. You are pure love, pure joy, pure bliss, and a miraculous creation. Take a few more deep breaths in and out. And when you are ready, wiggle your toes and fingers and come back into your body, into the room, remembering the divine creation that you are.